I have over 200 games on Steam, and a lot of those games I haven't even finished. I got a taste of 100%ing a game for the first time with Elden Ring, and I was hooked. So, as a challenge, I'm trying to 100% as many games as I can. After Elden Ring, I decided it was time for Dark Souls is considered to be one of the hardest games and series ever, and an even bigger pain than 100%. These achievements range from finishing the game twice, to grinding for all pyromancies, miracles, and sorceries. But before all that, we have to start with possibly the hardest achievement in this game. Whew. I then opened the door to this lard. I'm gonna kill this guy first try. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid him for now. I came across this dying knight, which I put out of his misery, which gives us the Estus flask and the achievement for it. After coming back and killing the asylum demon, I got kidnapped by some birds and taken a lard run, which gives us another achievement. While talking to the crestfallen warrior, he explains we need to ring 2 bells, one in the undead church and one in Kulag's domain, which we need to do for 2 achievements. Before going to the undead church, we discovered our first covenant by talking to this guy in the Firelink shrine, which gives us our 4th achievement. Now, onto the undead church. You would think after finishing this game once already, and 100%ing Elden Ring, I would be good at this game, right? Well, do I have bad news for you? How do I miss the plunge attack? How do I miss again? After beating the Taurus demon and almost dying to a dragon on the bridge, we made our way to the first bell, but 2 gargoyles are defending it, so we have to take them out first. With my supreme skills, I'm surely gonna first try them. Oh my god, oh my... Okay. How's that hit me? Oh my god. Oh. You're 1 HP, you're 1 HP. Finally. How is that hitting me? How is... Oh my god. Bitch. Alright, not bad. I eventually killed both of them and rang the first bell, which gave us the achievement we needed. Ring the bell under church, let's go. Now, for the second bell, which leads us to... Oh, brother. Blighttown is known to be the worst area in this game, or even in the Souls series, but I didn't really experience what makes it super hard because I went through the Darkroot Garden to the Valley of Drakes, then to Blighttown. Apparently the normal route is killing the Capra Demon, going to the Depths, killing the Gaping Dragon, then getting a key to Blighttown and going down. I have never went that way in my life. I didn't know this was supposed to be the normal route that you were supposed to take. But the worst part about Blighttown for me is the unavoidable poisonous swamp. Which is in the way of our next boss, Kulag.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Let's go. After killing her, we get to ring the last bell, which opens up the way to Sen's Fortress, and we get the achievement. Easy. I also found a hidden pathway, which leads us to Kulag's sister, where we can join her covenant for another achievement. She lets me join her covenant? You know, I just killed your sister, right? Before we go to Sen's Fortress, it's probably a good time to mention that I got a rare weapon from killing Black Knights all the way back in the Undead Parish that we'll be using for the rest of this playthrough. The Black Knights have a random drop, which sometimes give you rare weapons for the achievement Knight's Honor, but we'll worry about that later. Along with Blighttown, Sen's Fortress is notoriously hard as well, mostly because of the enemy placement, how claustrophobic the place can be, and all the traps there are. How is that hitting me? At the end of Sen's Fortress, we fight the Iron Golem, which is kind of a pushover boss. Let's go. Easy. After defeating him, we then get kidnapped once again and taken to Anor Londo, which we receive an achievement for arriving. Anor Londo, let's go. Here in Anor Londo, I found the bane of my existence.
I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
Oh my... Please, for the love of God. Give me some taunt. This boss fight is awful. Like, you're quick dodging, bro. Okay, dude. Oh. Dude, oh, he's curving! Oh, he's enemies! I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm actually gonna lose my mind. Thank God. Finally. Holy shit. Your ass, bro. Worst boss in this game. Luckily, after beating them, we get rewarded with more booba. This makes me feel better about Orange and Smo. Oh yeah, she also gives us 2 achievements. We get one for acquiring the Lordvessel, which allows us to fast travel. And after talking to her more, we discover her covenant. Another easy achievement. I fast traveled back to the Firing Shrine and talked to this weird serpent looking thing, where we learned that in order to fill the Lordvessel, we need to collect the souls of 4 major bosses. The 4 Kings, Sif the Scaleless, Grave Lord Nito, and finally, the Bed of Chaos. I decided to go after Nito first, and on the way to him, we encounter what is possibly the most feared boss in the entire Souls genre. I'm kidding, of course, it's Pinwheel, and he is without a doubt the easiest boss in the series. And if you somehow died to him during your playthrough, just give up. In game, of course. After annihilating Pinwheel, we received the Rite of Kindling and an achievement. And unlike Pinwheel, Nito is not a joke. I'm not gonna lie, this boss destroyed me. I died a lot. I kept getting stun-locked by the skeletons in the arena. After enough attempts, I got genuinely tilted. So, like any reasonable Dark Souls player, I decided to leave and come back later. Instead, I went after the 4 Kings, who reside in the New Londo ruins. To get access to the 4 Kings, killing Sif gives us the Covenant of Artorias Ring. It allows us to enter the 4 Kings arena. After dispatching Sif and getting the achievement for doing so, I discovered the Forest Hunter Covenant that was near Sif, giving us another Covenant achievement. Now that we have the ring, we can go to the 4 Kings, and they were surprisingly easy. There you go. Alright. Next up on the hit list was Sif the Scaleless. But first, we had to suffer through the Duke's Archives. This is where we meet Sif for the first time. And during this initial encounter, you're actually supposed to die and get thrown into a prison cell. What you're not supposed to do is get cursed, which I did. Getting cursed cuts your max health in half until you buy a cure from the shady NPC near Firelink Shrine. After escaping the jail and fixing my curse, we head to the Crystal Caves, where Sif has relocated. And let me just say, this area has one of the worst runbacks known to man. You're forced to sprint across invisible pathways and just hope you don't fall to your death. While the run back is awful, the actual boss fight is pretty easy. We kill him without much trouble and pick up another achievement. With Sif down, I figured it was time to go back and settle things with Nito. How am I supposed to dodge? Fuck. Oh my god. Kill him! Oh my god, thank god. Holy shit. Oof! After taking them out, that leaves just one left, the Bed of Chaos. This boss is where FromSoft said, "Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?" and made one of the worst bosses ever created. Even Miyazaki himself has admitted he regrets making it. Like, dude. Like, oh my god. Like, dude. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, dude. Who thought this was fun? Oh my god. Like, come on, dude. I can't. Finally. Whoever thought that was a good idea for a boss.
Just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
With all 4 souls collected, we can place them into the Lordvessel and unlock the path to the final boss. But before ending the game, this is the perfect time to clean up some achievements. I focused on collecting as many miracles, pyromancies, and sorceries as possible in a single playthrough. Some of these were found in chests, dropped by enemies, or purchased from merchants throughout the game. The only achievement I was able to fully complete in this run was the sorcery one. The miracles and pyromancies would have to wait until the next playthrough. I also reinforced as many weapons as I could, but I couldn't finish them all. At that point, my choices were either to grind for slabs with a literal 0.3% drop rate, or just continue into New Game Plus and get them naturally. I chose the latter. After reinforcing my weapons, I went to the Ash Lake, which is accessed from Blighttown, to find this dragon who allows us to discover and join his covenant for an achievement. After that, I returned to Anor to kill Dark Sun Gwendolyn for another achievement. Before entering the Fog Wall, I discovered the Blade of the Dark Moon Covenant, which conveniently gave me another achievement. Gwendolyn went down pretty easily. And while I was already in Anor, I stopped to admire a very suspicious painting, and immediately got sucked into the painted world of Ariamis. This is where we find crossbreed Priscilla, who is required for yet another achievement. I cut off her tail and then killed her, unlocking the achievement. That tail is also required for the Knight's Honor achievement, which I mentioned earlier, and is easily the hardest achievement in this game. To unlock Knight's Honor, you need to obtain 48 unique weapons. This includes cutting off multiple boss tails, grinding mobs like the absolute nightmare that is the Channelers in the Duke's Archives, which took me over an hour, thanks to their 1% drop rate, and forging boss weapons by using their souls to turn a weapon like this into this. Some weapons require multiple playthroughs, especially Sif, whose soul is needed 3 separate times for 3 different weapons. So yeah, that's fun. With all that finally out of the way, it is time to end our first playthrough and face Gwyn, Lord of the Cinder. After defeating him, the game gives us 2 choices: link the fire or walk away and become the Dark Lord. Naturally, I choose the Dark Lord ending, walking out of the boss room like a complete badass, and unlocking the final achievement for this run.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Unfortunately, there's no time to celebrate, because we're immediately thrown into New Game Plus for our second playthrough. That means running through the same content again, and cleaning up the 11 achievements we either missed or couldn't finish in the first run. The very first thing I do is discover the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant, which instantly gives us an achievement. I then turn in 10 Sunlight Medals that I farmed during the first playthrough. Doing this rewards us with the Great Lightning Spear Miracle, which we needed for the Miracles achievement, and I also grabbed another miracle by offering up Gwyn's soul. After beating the gargoyles again, I head down to Blighttown to find Quilana, since she sells several pyromancies we still need. The problem is, she doesn't just show up. According to Google, she spawns after you beat Kulog and join the Chaos Servant Covenant. So I do that and head back to where she's supposed to be.
So that was a fucking lie.
Turns out there's another requirement. You need to obtain the pyromancy flame from this guy in the depths and have him move to the Firelink Shrine. Not only that, but the flame also needs to be plus 10. So I upgraded it all the way, bought every pyromancy he sells for the achievement, and then went back. This time, she finally spawns. I buy out her entire inventory, leaving me with only 1 pyromancy left, the Fire Tempest, which she gives you after beating the Bed of Chaos. So we'll be back for that later. Next, I return to Anor to fight Ornstein and Smo again, but this time, there's a twist. I need Smo's soul for the Knight's Honor achievement, since the last time I killed Smo first, and got Ornstein's soul. That means, Smo has to be the last one standing this time. After getting his soul and reclaiming the Lordvessel, I head into the catacombs to deal with Nito, but instead of killing him right away, I need to join his covenant for the Graveor Servant achievement. To do this, you need to lay down in this coffin for about 30 seconds and get transported straight to Nito, where you could join his covenant and unlock the achievement. We also need to reach rank 1 in the Covenant to get the Gravelord Greatsword Dance Miracle. That means farming 10 Eyes of Death, which thankfully wasn't too bad. I turned them all in and got the miracle that we were looking for. Now it's time for our last Covenant achievement, which takes us back into the Abyss, where the 4 kings are. Once again, I have to kill Sif, both for the Covenant of Artorias ring and for his soul, which I needed for a second time anyways. After defeating the 4 kings, a different serpent appears and offers to let us join his covenant. Joining rewards us with the Dark Hand, a weapon required for Knight's Honor. This achievement and weapon are completely missable. If you talk to the serpent at Firelink Shrine before meeting this one in the Abyss, you lock yourself out of it, which is exactly what I did in my first playthrough. Next, I head back to Anor Londo to rejoin the Blade of the Dark Moon Covenant. We need to reach rank 1 here as well to obtain the Dark Moon Blade Miracle, our final miracle for the Prayer of a Maiden achievement. To rank up, we need 10 Souvenirs of Reprisal, which are farmed in the Painted World. Unfortunately, RNG was not on my side. It took me close to 2 hours to get all 10. Once I finally turned them in, I received the miracle and unlocked the achievement. With that done, I started collecting the Lord Souls again. On the way to Nito, I get invaded by Paladin Leroy, who drops 2 weapons required for Knight's Honor. I kill Nito, then head to Sif, where I need to cut off his tail. This took me almost 30 minutes and around 10 attempts to do, because Sif's stupid tail kept clipping into the wall, making it near impossible to cut off. But eventually, I got it. The final Lord Soul comes from the godforsaken Bed of Chaos, which somehow I actually beat with ease this time. After that, I return to Quaylana, who rewards us for killing the Bed of Chaos with our final pyromancy. Before ending the game and unlocking the last ending, I still need to reinforce the final weapons for the remaining achievements. I tracked down all the slabs and embers I needed and fully upgraded the last 3 weapons, officially completing the reinforcement achievements. Now, we're ready to end the game for the final time, and I wanted to do it in style. I suited up in Havel's armor, one of the heaviest and best armor sets in the game. I also grabbed the shield, prepared the parry. Styled on. After defeating him, we linked the fire, unlocking our final ending achievement. Sweet. We may have beaten the game twice, but the Knight's Honor achievement still haunts us. Throughout the last 2 playthroughs, I've been using the boss souls to forge every required weapon, and at this point, I only had 2 left to make. All I needed to do was kill Sif one final time, make it back to Anor Londo, and forge Glynn's and Sif's last boss weapon. So, I started New Game Plus 3, did what had to be done, and killed Sif again. Last time I'm seeing you, Sif. Then I marched straight to the Anor Londo blacksmith, ready to finish this achievement, and 100% the game. This is the last weapon right here, boys. Let's do it. Okay, so I did not get the achievement. Oh, nah. No way. I just wasted Sif's soul. Fuck, I was supposed to do a broken straight sword. Fuck. That's actually tragic. At that moment, I thought I was about to 100% the game, but instead, I realized I had to beat the entire game again. So I did just that and finished the game, and started New Game Plus 4, killed Sif for the 4th time, and dragged myself back to Anor Londo's blacksmith. Right here. This is the final weapon. Let's do it. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that feels so good. Oh my god. Oh. I'm so glad. It only took us 46 hours. That's actually not that bad. That's getting added straight to the Steam profile. Oh yeah, that looks so good on there, dude. Let's go! After 3.5 playthroughs, countless deaths, horrible drop rates, and 1 tragic mistake, I finally achieved 100% completion in Dark Souls.
Who would have thought? Not me.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. If this video reaches 500 likes, I will do more achievement hunting videos. Let me know in the comments which game you would like to see next. I will see you in the next video.